they're all just throwing in information like Mirana arrowed mid, this guy is missing, this guy is doing something. Yeah. Even Fada going like, I don't know where the fuck the Ember is or what he's doing, but he's not here. Like, feeding information so that a major decision can be called. And that can sound to us like arguing, but I think it's just the major information for...
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm just wondering, like, giving that information, who is the one who makes
I think most of the time when the important call is made is probably Envy.
Yeah, Envy and Pilot I reckon. Maybe even Fada to an extent, because mid laners do need to make a lot of calls, like, I'm going there now and I'm gonna do this. But yeah, I think Envy makes the biggest decision.
He did tell me about this, is like, sometimes he would be like, all right, let's go back. But he's kind of unsure. Right. Because, you know, in Dota, you never have the perfect information. Yeah. But if he hears one of his teammates just say in a very confident voice, no, go, 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 then they all said, because if you really truly believe you should go, the team will follow you and believe in you.
You've got to put trust in your teammates.
Yeah, yeah.
Like if they say no, we can do it, you've got to do it.
Yeah, if one guy says no and one guy says yes, then you believe in the guy saying yes. And, you know, if he's wrong, then he's wrong. But
yeah,
then at least you can blame him afterwards, right? It's better than backing off and saying like, oh, but we could have gone, because then you never know.
These are two interesting lineups here.
Are we running double melee support from Cloud9? Or is this a carry shaker? No, it's going to be a support shaker.
Yeah, it's going to be Shaker and Titan, the tanky, beefy supports. And on the other side, we also see one of the beefiest supports in the game, of course, Oge Magi by Ryzen. And Skywrath on March, not as tanky. It was a well-targeted ban, by the way, the Vengeful ban by C9, because March really loves playing that support Vengeful. Yeah. And he does it phenomenally, I think.
He does it quite differently from most Venge. He doesn't actually max a stun. Yeah. They actually like to max the How and the Aura as soon as possible. Well, he generally takes like 2 or 3 points into it.
I think nowadays that's almost the mainstream build, yeah, I would say. And in some games I'm still happy to see max out stun, because it is, you know, it is increased duration and it goes up to 325 damage, I believe, which is very nice damage. But Aura would work well in some teams.
All right, the game just begun. MVP has taken, well, a lot of people would believe, like an upset win over Cloud9. Yeah. This is game 2.
Definitely.
Certainly, in their opinion, it was an upset.
Are we rushing with his boots here on the ward? Wants to get down a ward, but MVP are also rushing down here.
They're going to bump into each other in the woods here.
Level 1-wise, I got to say Cloud9, at least from Elder Titan, and the Earthshaker Fissure has a lot more control.
Definitely. Yeah. They can isolate someone, but I'm not sure they'll be able to.
Yeah. They got the vision on them from so far away, so it was very difficult to actually
got their ward down.
Placing the ward in the far left corner. Most of the teams have placed it in the bottom right, but this is a good spot as well.
By the way, the reason the Elder Titan goes for boots is that not only when your spirit hits target, it gives you damage, it also gives you movement speed. Yeah. So in combination with the boots, that's where you get a lot of those sledgehammer hits off.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah. And another ward here. Rune.
Are they going to get the magic D ward?
It also works nicely as the Elder Titan Spirit moves based on your own movement speed, so works both ways, of course. And
he's being traded.
Just getting the correct positioning there right on top of the rune as it was about to spawn, making it very difficult for the enemy to click through his hero.
You always like to get, you know, in those exchanges where neither of you's going to die, you always want to get the last punch anyway. Just the last little swipe, leave him thinking about it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Well, forever.
Aoi didn't get the better punches there, but he did walk away with the rune. So getting a bounty rune is the bigger win, I think.
So Pilot Die blocking the creeps back in base here. Meanwhile, he's trading blows. Like Rocky and even Drago here.
Yeah. And mid lane, of course, gonna be some bullying here by March, going in with the Skywrath. And bottom lane, Lycan.
Yeah. Lycan off lane.
Lycan off lane, some envy shit going down here.
Not sure if it's gonna work out here.
Oh.
Because for F, you have the lane advantage, right?
Well, he's into a pounce and an ogre stun. That can't be much fun.
I'm gonna be surprised if it completely works. He did have the Fissure helping him out on level 1, getting a good block, so he is farming close to his tower.
Does have Howl as well?
Yeah, getting some last hits because he does hit a lot harder than Stark with the Howl, getting some nice damage advantage. So I'm all for it. I want to see what he can make happen with this.
So Heen has a lot of tangos here. He's obviously, I mean, if you're up against Jakiro, you already know you're going to eat a lot of harass.
There are some bad news though for Lycan on bottom, by the way, and that's Ogre already got the D ward done. He placed 2 sentries and did secure the D ward, so now it's gonna be some pulling going on by Ogre Magi next on that lane.
Wait, is this a farming Jakiro here?
Well, he's either farming on the off lane or the safe lane. So he's gonna get some farm.
Yeah.
I think the problem with this Lycan pick is the laning situation. Because when you have a Slark on the safe lane and the Tide Hunter on the off lane, there's actually no good lane for the Lycan to farm in. That's why Envy is kind of stuck in this awkward off-lane position, and I'm not sure how much he's going to get punished for it.
Yeah.
Well, he's picked up 6 last hits so far, so he's got a little bit, but...
Yeah, it's going to get a lot worse, because that 6 came from the fact that Ogre wasn't being able to pull, and then Earthshaker blocked the first wave of creeps.
Yeah.
And
going really aggressive here, and there's a DD Ogre behind him, so Envy trying to hide here. He's actually scared for his life, I think. He does have a TP scroll, gonna try it TP level 1 on Ogre, so...
That's actually a good TP, because he was gonna die if he...
That was unlucky for Ogre. He's 17 XP short of being able to stun and kill in there.
Envy's so smart. But still, he's smart, but he's sad on this offlane, because the D ward is just gonna make it so he... It's gonna struggle. I think he's just switching
TP'd all the way back, but yeah, he is switching.
Yeah.
He could have maybe just TP'd to a lane, but
there's no reason going back. The DD punches from Ogre made, so he had to go Fountain as well.
Highlight die, making a rotation around. Let's see if the block's gonna be good. Fissure, perfect. The stop's gonna be there. Dual breath, and I think they're gonna get the first blood. Is he gonna deny himself to the neutrals? No. Not even close.
That's where you just say well played. You know,
yeah,
you're blocked off completely and you're dead. Nothing to do for it. So
Fissure into Echo Stomp that's a nice setup.
Do you think the option to all chat well play should be there?
Yeah,
and
I think so.
But I think a lot of people would use it as like I can't believe you got that crit on me. Well played, PA.
Well played. Or maybe even like killing people and then well plating them.
That's, you know what? I'm sorry I even suggested. I take it back.
Yeah.
It's like in Hearthstone, you get that shit.
Wouldn't it be the most annoying thing, getting like Chronosphere and killed by a Void, and he's gonna go well played?
Yeah. But that was a well played Fissure.
That was a well played. Okay. You can write it though. I mean,
sure.
It does take some micro.
Mark's gonna be in trouble here. I think Tide and Emperor are
Fada is in trouble.
Turn around.
Got baited by the rune, man.
He's
This is
been
not good.
by his own Fissure, but I think he might just make it. Nope.
Highlight die might also die here. Ooh.
Oh, come on.
Okay, Pi now's in trouble.
Yeah. Highlight Cry gonna go down here instead. And Brewmaster
They
at
gave it to
least
the Ember too.
That's some Secret Service stuff. Come on.
Yeah. Well, that's still a kill though for MVP. So 1-1 is the score right now. And the way the laning phase is going, I have to say, well...
And it's like you sometimes say, Lumi, Fata has to go all the way back to base now, and then come all the way back out. And that's almost as long as it would take him to respawn from dying. And he's going to have to buy a TP.
It's similar.
I guess sometimes if you're really greedy in a situation like that, you're like, you know what, I'm going to just send myself a Salve and Clarity. Because you'll just regen up sort of fast, and then you go back in lane.
Sometimes, sometimes. But walking back to base, I think, is still an okay choice.
Better than dying.
Definitely better than dying, just in fact that you don't feed your enemy. But the Jakiro is a very important part of C9's draft here. So laning stage, I'm gonna say that MVP are slightly getting the better laning stage off. But if C9 can use the Bone 7 Jakiro well...
You're just getting a Yule's ASAP on this guy?
Yeah, rush that pretty much. Tranquils and Yules and then just keep going. And he's gonna get it pretty quickly. Yeah. I'm just worried that it might not be enough. And Lycan with all this, you know, bullying on the offlane and then switching into jungle, it's not gonna be the strongest early on.
Well, this is the thing I don't. Oh, so mid duo, he's a bit.
Bone 7 getting kind of backstabbed by everybody. No support in sight. Bone 7's gonna get the kill. The question is who's gonna get it. He gets the last hit, and that's kind of what you want for your time.
I mean, Earthshaker's got 2 last hits and he's level 2. I kind of think he, like playing in this 5 spot, Earthshaker is, it's just so wasted to me.
Well, I guess level 1 Fissure is just as good as like level 7 Fissure, right? Or level 4 Fissure. Sure, it does less damage, but most of the time you just want the long cast range.
But I'm thinking like, it's just so useful when you get a blink.
Sure. And looks like he...
I mean, Sand I think he probably needs it more, but...
He does not have ulti here, but he finishes there and March with the low armor.
Turn it around.
He's still gonna go down here.
One more Ogre Club.
Juice around the trees. I'm surprised the Wolf wasn't stuck on March. Here comes a rotation from Fata. They're gonna get a return kill, but it looks like he actually just gave up on life.
Yeah.
Just stopped moving. That's gonna connect. Nicely done.
Finding March as well here. So nice rotation by Bone 7.
Yeah.
And that was really important. They killed both the roamers going into a jungle there.
I think Heen well, actually, I thought they might have gone to try and get Heen as well, but...
Yeah. Envy with some 1 Protect 4 going down for his team.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
How behind do you think Cloud9 is right now? Because there's no denying that they're losing the laning stage fairly badly.
I think
they're behind by nearly 1,000 gold.
Yeah.
Okay.
And about 250 XP, so...
And in terms of just how bad it's gonna get, I think they're pretty far behind. I feel there's gonna be a big opening here for MVP to punish them, and we saw what happened when MVP get one little, thing going for them. They keep rolling.
I mean, I have some hope, because if you look at the MVP lineup, let's suppose you play really disciplined, as we have highlighted about to die here.
Yeah.
He's going to eat a ton of nukes.
Gets the fish down.
Try to walk away. Faka comes in. Here comes the one remnant. Split's going to come out here. And I think Reason's going to be the target. Reason is very tanky, though. He's going to run right. Meanwhile, the team is fighting Envy. Envy taking a ton of damage. And Pharef joins the fray as well. Envy's going to be dead.
Timing.
Ogre finally dies, but they need a lot more help coming in. Here comes Bone 7. Ice Path. Let's see if it's going to be good. Very easy one. Not even necessary.
With the mistake.
Wow. And they actually turn this around.
Yeah, they're definitely turning it around. Kyo made a big misplay there, walking back into that. He could have lived. And now Slark gonna get away in the end. He is such an elusive hero. But that worked out better for C9 than I expected it.
Yeah, for real.
I guess a benefit of having a low-level Earthshaker is that he comes back so fast.
Yeah, they got 3 kills there. And sure, they lost, Envy. And once again.
Yeah.
The 1 Protect 4.
I will just say the lead farmer on their team is the Jakiro. But
He's gone mech.
Slark and Ember are getting there too. I mean, kind of feels to me like Slark and Ember are going to be more scary than the Jakiro.
Uh-oh.
As much as I love Jakiro.
Eli's dead.
Yeah, in terms of finding kills, Jakiro is not the best, but he's gonna try to hold his team together, but doesn't work so well if he gets picked up here on top lane. Are they gonna save something?
He's got mech, so he's very tanky, but he's going into the corner. He's gonna
try to keep it up.
I'm not sure. He's burning out the tree, so there is no hiding spot. Ravage gonna come out. They are gonna burst Bone 7 down. But they're getting pretty low as well. Fissure not gonna hit on Heen, so he's kind of in there. Fata comes in. Wow, and that mech was actually the correct choice. Here comes Pharef coming in, but right now they're doing so much damage thanks to the Lycan ult and How. One more blink and Clap should do it. He's blocking Envy a little bit. Pharef is trying to run him away, but can't run from the Wolf.
No.
The Wolf is at your door, man.
Yeah, Envy blocking him in here and just chasing him.
He's actually regenerating a little bit.
Yeah, regenerating in the
every
small
time he
pocket.
loses a bit of
Radiant's top
God,
tower
that
is
play
under
was
attack.
absolutely fantastic from Bone 7.
Dire's
Didn't
bottom
panic
tower
once.
is under
Yeah.
attack.
Well, the mech definitely showing how tanky he can become.
Yeah.
So working out amazingly for him.
I was gonna ask, like, if you look at the MVP lineup, they just fight really well, and that's pretty much it. They don't push tower well. They don't take objectives up.
Hard to fight in a macropire. You get toasted.
Yeah, that's what you want. Like, Jakiro likes those enclosed spaces, those little avenues. Gets his macropie down, gets his ice path down.
Let's walk you down the macropire avenue.
Avenues and alleyways.
Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower is under
That's his
attack.
quarters.
Yeah.
So that might even, you just died with 4 heroes in a row.
Dire's top
That might
tower
set
is under
MVP
attack.
back a little bit. Not just in terms of gold and experience, but just aggressiveness.
Yeah, maybe. It's also given a 2k swing in favor of 3k if you count what MVP's lead was before that in favor of Cloud9. XP as well. So that could be the start of a turnaround for them for sure.
Oh, and look at
Dire's
this.
top
Kind of
tower
talked about
is under
this.
attack.
They love to sneak Roshan. Gonna
No
be
blast,
hard though,
It's the
yeah.
Mech Roche attempt.
I mean, Pharef can man fight this. He'll just get right click.
Yeah, he definitely
Ooh,
will.
Fissure blocks. Can he leap across? In fact, he will.
He does.
But he's done the important part. Fata come in. He's gonna use his ultimate. He needs to get silenced as well as chained up. Ice Path flips onto 2. And there you go. He splits, and the fight's gonna go pretty well for Cloud9. They burst down region. They're looking for a little bit more. Cyclone needs to be classed. It looks like he's out of range.
Yeah.
They just lost him in the fog for a second. He might just catch him around on the back way. There is the
too deep to
cyclone.
dive in there. They're gonna back out and see if they can try for the Roshan once more. Forev has healed up a lot.
I think this is a bad choice. You just use your best teamfight ultimate. And Ravage has got to be cooling down soon, right?
Well, the best teamfight ultimate might just be the Macropire with the play that we saw from Bone 7 earlier.
You gotta back out. Ravage is up. I'm not sure if you want to fight this. Bone 7 says, just come, just come.
Oh no, Kyo is dead.
Kyo, he has a very slow remnant. He jumps out and he another good ice path. Ravage will hit on everybody. There's no mana for the mech anymore. Silence goes on Bone 7. Fata, though, very healthy. Here comes the big bad wolf again. MV doing a lot with no items. He wants Heen, he gets Heen. Reason's next. Reason's taking a ton of damage. How is the MVP of this game right now?
Yeah.
A couple kills here and there. And
Starref even dying to Fada, just chasing after, and C9 are not stopping this locomotive, just chasing after.
Paladin, no mana.
Gonna get away in the end.
No mana, otherwise a Fisher would have come for sure.
So once again back, like, okay, I've healed once again, and it seems that the fights are not coming my way.
Okay, Ice Path will hit him. He's regenning right now, leaps to the left side, and he's moving fast.
Yeah.
You know, Cloud9's giving them the MVP, right? This is exactly what Cloud9 suffered from last game, just getting ran over.
Yeah,
I mean, like you said, they took a fight in a bad spot. The Jakiro was, you know, they had the fight in Macropire, you had Ice Paths and everything, but
yeah,
even with the Ravage.
The Macropire was really good there in the beginning of the fight. It deterred the Tide from walking in. He lost 50% of his HP just trying to walk in there. And also, the Ember Spirit overcommitted. He jumped in really deep, expecting his team to go, but the Macropire just zoned everyone.
That's exactly it. I mean, I think there's a focus on keeping people in the Macropire, but it can also just be useful for dictating, you can't fight here now, because if you do, we're gonna be happy to fight you inside that.
Definitely.
Do you feel that maybe MVP, because of the recent failures, they should delay their fighting a little bit? Because if you look over to Tide, he really wants a Blink Dagger. Cutting off the entire enemy team with a Ravage. Maybe you could chain a kill before Fata splits. That's a good way to start a fight. Or maybe when you wait for your Ember Spirit to finish at least a damage item of sorts.
Yeah, definitely. You need to get the Blink Dagger online. You also need to get some more levels going. You don't even have level 6 on Ogre, man. If you can get this, maybe you can fight.
Oh, MV in a little bit of trouble now.
Yeah, the haste rune, it seems, on Brewmaster's gonna chase after.
Wow, he's got haste.
He's so fast.
Dang.
Yeah, and he also seeks March here with the Spirit chasing after, but this time gonna go into Roshan and say, hey, you cannot contest us.
Yeah, come on now.
We know that Tidehunter is farming top, and you don't have Ravage for a little bit, so we just gotta go for this now. So as you said, they need to get levels, need to get Blink Dagger, but C9 are in that position that if they transition well from the early game to mid game, they have a really scary draft.
I mean, look at MV's items. He's actually got nothing, right? He's got a chainmail, now Medallion just completed, and Tread Hearts. He does have heart, literally. Yeah. He's telling his team to go, and they're gonna get Aegis for this.
They trust him. Do you think they trust him?
I guess so. When we went to Japan, when we took a trip together to Tokyo, he was the captain, he was leading us.
Did you trust him?
We got lost when I trust him, so...
Okay.
I'm not sure my trust was rewarded, but...
Pretty sure it's happened to C9 as well, at some points.
Well, they are doing pretty well this game recovering.
Yes, true. They found their way.
They found their way.
Yeah, I think it was more or less 6-6 at one point, and then they've got a whole ton of kills in a row with very little in reply. XP, they're up by 4k. Gold, they're up by nearly 5.
Yeah, it's going fairly well. Jakiro and Brewmaster now topping the charts, really. And, you know, seems that C9 trying to be aggressive even though there's a Ravage online.
You know what's funny is they've been fighting so much that even on this team they haven't taken any towers yet.
They're just not good at taking towers.
It's money in the bank. No, Cloud9 I'm saying.
Oh, Cloud9.
Yeah. Now they've got one.
Yeah, they will get them quite easily with Lycan and Jakiro.
That's the thing, this lead, as they start to pick up these towers in this point of the game, it's going to be even worse for MVP. QO. Ice Path catches two, Forever will walk away. There goes the Slug! Oh my goodness, Slug just got blown up!
Yeah, Tide is behind them with a Ravage available, but there's nothing to fight with. Stark already died and really low HP on QO. I think that they're really good in a good position C9 to fight this. And you know what? A lot of teams have undervalued the early mech in this tournament.
I think the mech is winning on this game.
Yeah, the mech is doing amazingly here for Kiro. And it used to be an item that was valued so high, like get the mech and then go.
TI.
But
in
nowadays,
fact, you even draft for like who's gonna buy the mech. You need to get a mech buyer.
it used to be the most important thing. You always should have mech on someone, and I still think it's the
out
same.
Here, by the way. He is dead.
Having a mech is good in any type of game. And they get one kill on Ogre Magi, and look at the medallion damage here on the Marks. Almost killing him as well.
He'll give respect. He sees the start coming in, he'll run back.
Yeah.
Discipline, and now they're taking the power.
He was ready there with Blink. I wonder if they could turn something here.
Is there enough damage?
I don't think there is.
No. They don't have a blink on Forev as well, on the Stark, so it's very hard for him to man-fight
also,
this.
look at this. The wolf is just nipping at him, constantly keeping an eye on him, annoying him.
Making sure the blink gets cancelled. Good micro, no surprise ravaging. March is gonna get 1, 2, 3. All from long range.
Yeah.
So Vlad flies in here for Fata as well, coming on the courier now.
Yeah.
With the mech, Vlad's Aegis, they might just pressure high ground this early on.
Here, yeah,
because there's really not that many tools for MVP to fight with. They have the Blink Ravage, they have no Battle Fury, they barely have level 6 on Ogre, and Stark still doesn't have anything but drones.
Yeah, exactly.
No split for about a minute, but it looks like they don't need it. Yeah. They're gonna slowly siege it down.
Oh, Forev in trouble. Maybe a crit from Fata. No, he's just going to walk away.
Yeah.
Still got
okay.
There we go.
They're going to try to blow him up. No mech usage. Fata's got the Aegis, so he's fighting on the front line. That -6 armors do so much work. Like, they're going to get him. Looks like Aegis is popped.
Stomp captures Kilo. Forev down for the pounce.
Yeah, they can turn this thing as Smite is walking in here and helping Fata out.
10-second split. Can he survive long enough? There is 9 now, and they'll have to back off. So
they just successfully defended.
I think that was a little bit over-aggressive on a push.
They almost got the tower, to be fair.
It was a fair try, though. I don't think they were way out of position. I think...
Oh, siege unit, go!
Oh.
Okay. You denying this? Alright, Reason thought about it, and they denied it.
That was pretty funny seeing him just look at the tower like, nah, you're probably gonna die to like one wolf or something. I'm denying you.
Yeah. There's Jakiro's Yules now.
Yeah. And yeah, I don't think C9 were way out of position or anything there. They just, you know, MVP executed well in that fight.
Yep. So, you know, when we saw the Earthshaker and Elder Titan combo, we're like, they're pretty bad in lane because they're too melee.
Yeah.
But at this stage of the game, where they could kind of just stay at the back and throw these like long damaging nukes and stuns, it's really hard for a hero like Slark and Ember Spirit to really kind of stay in too much in the front line. You get stunned and you could get right click down.
Yeah, I'm unimpressed by the level 1 Echo Stomp though. I think that maxing out natural order this early, well, you know, a lot of players like doing it. I still think like 2 or 3 points into the stomp is better.
He's been landing them too.
Yeah, because
every
single time he could
well,
hold
right?
them.
He's like, you got the Yules and then it's a level 1 Echo Stomp.
Because he landed some nice like 3-hero stomp, but it didn't really do that much because it lasted so shortly and they just walk away. If it was level 3, that's already 4-second disable.
Yeah.
We can't forget the fact that with the max aura, everybody's sitting at essentially no armor, right? Because right now you're just working with base armor. You don't have any plus armor item. It's so early in the game.
Yeah.
And then with the medallion on top, every hit just hurts so much.
So now they can just walk up here, even without Aegis. Do you think this is risky?
They have split now, so it's not nearly as dangerous.
They know Ravage is down for a little bit longer if they timed it, and Envy is one of the players that, well, he kind of started the timing every single spell in Dota. Every major cooldown. Yeah, and they're calling that they have Ravage now, which is true. You want to call it 10 seconds before they get it, so you don't get caught.
Bone 7 almost catching Forev with the Ice Path.
They don't need to commit anything. Just walk up, Ice Path, walk down. Or Liquid Fire.
Yeah, Liquid Fire.
Question is here. They realize the rats are gonna fall. Yeah. They're not gonna get a jump here, even as the Tide really wants to catch one.
And now you just go back, right? I don't think the range racks is important enough to stay. You just farm up the other lanes, you push, and yeah, Cloud9 will back off. Yeah, Envy says, I'll farm the jungle.
There's no reason to stay, really, and Roshan is, you know, in a fair time gonna be up again, so maybe you can take the top tier 1 at least before that and secure some farm cycles in the jungle.
So, pretty bad game for MVP so far.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's the comeback here?
They've got to get Forev going.
Oh, they need a Battle Fury. Yeah, like they need the enemy to be stuck, stacked up for a Battle Fury hit, I think. You can't rely on a Slark to turn a game where you're this far behind and the enemy is 5-manning. So
yeah, nobody's 5-manning.
they're 5-manning so much in that, yeah. Also, he doesn't have Blink, so the pickoff is not going to work out that well.
Because that was the difference with 4ASC in their comebacks, was that they were getting picks, right? Yeah. Slark was just getting continual picks.
Well, the difference of the Slark last game was he also got a Blink, and he's just pounced in, get kills.
Yeah.
This game, he's going for drums, and he's trying to go into a Black King bar.
Makes sense, though, because
it's kind of like we kind of have to do this. We're not happy about doing this.
It's because of the Lycan and Brewmaster and Jakiro. These three heroes dictate that C9 will push your towers early on, even seeing this Raxing before or at minute 20. And for that type of a game, I don't think Blink is going to do much work for you.
I think this is the earliest Rax we have seen in the ASUS ROG
Yes, I believe so. I believe so.
So far.
Season 2.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Sponsored by
NVIDIA
and
ASUS.
And
you.
Monster is the Monster Energy DreamHack Studio, not the DreamLeague.
Oh, I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
I rely on Shiva to do all that important stuff.
Great. We did plug it though, so
yeah.
Nice going us, right?
Sell out, boys, right?
Yeah. Good sell.
By the way,
there will be a next season. We saved it.
Yeah.
So Lycan is now up to 3,500 gold, by the way. Speaking of him having like no items, he can just purchase whatever he feels like.
I think he bought a Necro 1 earlier and then he sold it.
Yeah.
So he's thinking about the item. What's wrong with the Necro 1 here?
He might be thinking about just making himself tanky enough to not die. The Necro is going to summon more units that Ember can smash out with the Cleave as well. And there is a lot of AoE with the Ravage, Anchor, even the Ignite damage with multicast. So maybe he just wants to tank up himself and walk in. But I still think the Necro is a fine choice.
So instead of Necro, to tank up, are you thinking about Black King Bar here? Or are you thinking about an armor item of sorts?
No, I'm saying like Armlet into Heart or something like along those lines. For sieging base, you can work that pretty beautifully. It's going to be the straight up BKB here. And that's also a very nice item to have. Roshan has already spawned. Very quick spawn
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
from old Rosh.
Shout out to Era. He used to love to get Heart on Lycan. He gets like 20 minutes in the game and he just like walks up your high ground and suddenly he's like, wait, we actually can kill that Lycan. So much health, so much damage.
Yeah, that's pretty much why I mentioned it as well. That build that he, I'm not saying popularized it because people didn't really start doing that much, but we do see it every now and then.
It's a good situational build.
Yeah, it is.
So Earn on Earthshaker. Earn on Manacles. So sad.
Is it one of those games where you don't really need Blink on
Yeah,
Shaker?
he totally doesn't. I just love it.
Yeah, the
Blink Echo Slam is just too much fun, but he's playing a pure 5.
Yeah. Also worth mentioning is that Elder Titan has more CS than Jakiro.
He has a Yasha?
He's fighting against him.
Yeah.
Oh, he built Yasha last game as well. All right.
Is it just make your spear walk faster, right? That's kind of
not
it.
last game. We saw Zai build a Yasha as well.
He's pretty dang quick now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yule's Yasha?
Yule's Yasha Titan. He's late for work. He's carrying that briefcase as fast as he can.
What a strength hero, getting agility and in items.
Yeah.
Looks like Earthshaker's gonna get blown up here.
Yeah.
A pretty deep and aggressive gank here from
MVP. A good pick though, but they're gonna get out now and maybe they can pressure mid for it a little bit because they still have big spells like the Ravage. So if they can get a tower, it's great, but look at that BS death timer. Like, he's not dead for very long.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah. They are probably going to get this tower, but C9, they don't want to give it away for free.
Structures are fortified.
Well, they got Fata leading in charge with Black King Bar. There's really nothing they could do about this. So if he brings in BKB, they can take any fight. Fata blinks forward. I'm not sure exactly what he found. He's going to go on Keen, maybe trying to draw a Ravage. Mech's going to come out, and so will Fiery Chains.
It's the double core BKB builds, and it's really, really effective against the Tidehunter when you have it on your Lycan and your Brewmaster. Because Tide has a hard time landing a good Ravage when there are 2 10-second BKBs off.
And then you have long-range support like Earthshaker and Elder Titan staying very far back.
I think Keen's job in this game is extremely tough. Oh, look at Forad, so sneaky. He was spotted out though.
Yeah. That is, I mean, the Titan again, vision with the spirit, right?
Look at the respect they're giving to this. They're like, oh god, they're here. But really, it's only for him.
I think as soon as they see the Ember Spirit top, they could feel safe doing it.
Yeah. Oh, since EE is doing Roshan with Medallion here, I just want to mention that I was playing with him a while ago. He was playing Lord, build Medallion, put it on your main hero, use it on Roshan, and then put the Medallion back on your bear for extra armor for the bear. So Roshan stays minus armor.
That's mad tryhard.
Your main hero is of course not tanking anyway. That's my tryhard right there.
That is some juicy tryhard.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. It was
it's like the little things, you know?
It was a pretty fast Roshan, to be honest, despite being a no-item lone grids, I'm gonna say.
Where are you going?
I'm just going to Lumi. What do you do?
Oh, okay. Where's Lumi?
I found a spot. It's like a little cozy spot.
Is there room for me down there?
Definitely.
Okay.
You can join us.
Thank you.
Dire's top
Yeah, this is nice because we have like the wall behind our back.
Middle tower has fallen.
Okay, so high ground pushes on now. Jakiro like it. Everyone going in here.
Oh, Faref doing the backstab. He wants to go on Aoi. Aoi's got the duels. He's going to pop himself up in the air. Faref kind of out of juice. The Raptors struck everybody. He can't ask for something better, but the golden BKB is turning on. The fire is down from Macro.
You need to run for a while here if you MVP. Try to delay this.
Duo's doing what?
They're split up. Oh, no split.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Just use it here.
Quite pissed.
Keen's gonna get blown up, and he's gonna be the first bet. But everybody from Cloud9 is pretty low for now.
Only Tide has died so far. But Ember is very dangerous in fights like this. Can he maybe bring someone down? But only one Battle Fury.
Mata, very low, but what a fissure, blocking everybody out. Rev looking for a fight, he gets healed up, nice tap to follow through. Bone 7, he's kind of dead, I think. He's very slow, gets blown up.
Yeah, he is dead in the end, but look at 4F's HP being chased by the wolves and the spirits. Are they doing it?
Can they jump?
Maybe.
Jump!
Oh,
1 second.
Oh,
Dodges the stop, but
4F, get that fog of war going.
Yeah, there it is.
It's
There's
fine.
the region.
Yeah.
But that was a really good hold from MVP.
Yeah.
Because they took the Aegis, they forced out 2 PKP charges, and they traded 1 for 1. You can't ask for anything else.
The thing is that QO was doing major damage there. Not just, I mean, obviously they had a fantastic Ravage, but the Ice Paths were good. There was a good Fissure in there, but QO was doing a lot of damage. He has the Crystals now.
Yeah, and he does have a lot of money and the Crystals, as you can see here by our dear observer pointing things out. And they held amazingly there against Aegis as well. So when they have crit next time in their defense, they could be strong enough to high ground defense against C9.
They could.
And later on in the game, well, C9 is not a horrible lineup, but Ember and Slark are scary in this game. Because when Slark gets enough items, he can go on even something like a Lycan if he gets the Basher and just steal all the stats from him.
The thing is, especially when Cloud9 have 5 man in the
Yeah, I think he's in trouble.
Oh, Macropire, and Cloud9, he's away!
Yeah.
That is not an instantaneous stun. You could still react with like things like BKB or...
The ice path after your rules is not immediate yet, so jumping out is doable. And Draskell even mentioned that if you're playing Disruptor and you glitch back, actually Envy canceling his TP on zone here. Okay, he might be fine.
Walk away. He's fine.
He's fine, he's fast. A little bit questionable, but if you're playing Disruptor against Ember Spirit and you pull him back and drop the magnetic field already, it doesn't stop him from jumping out, which is very surprising.
BKBs might run away from this, the lead, and he makes it out.
The Blink Dagger just delivered there, and that's a cute thing if you get your Blink Dagger out right when you're being attacked.
It's not disabled.
You can use it immediately. He didn't get that off, but he had the pounce, so it doesn't matter. He was safe.
Does the rearm still work? Where you're taking damage, you rearm, and then your blinks back up?
Still works.
That was Ember's Crystallis, wasn't it? Because he still hasn't had it delivered.
Yeah, he's hiding it. He's hiding his Daedalus.
Does he wait till he completes it? Yeah. He's going to surprise crit the entire team?
It is. He wants to surprise them with a Daedalus.
Should do a surprise base defense Daedalus. Have it all finished in the base?
I think so. I mean, he's not farming slower because he doesn't have it. Slightly slower, but I think the surprise factor is pretty big, so I like the way Q is thinking here.
You know, despite being 1 Rax down, I think MVP has done a good job evening this game up.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. And if they can just hold on to the next Rax here, I mean, sure, you're 1 Rax down, but they can deal with this in the end. And the difference is not that big in net worth anymore and experience there.
And you gotta keep in mind that the way that Cloud9 has been itemizing, they're itemizing for now, which is a fair point, right? They think they had an advantage. They could have pushed and maybe got a second lane to Rax. But because you're building 2 BKB,
Radiant's
for example,
courier
your
has
Brood's
been
not working
killed.
for Assault Cuirass or a Hex, your Lycan's not working for a...
Oh, did the courier just get killed?
Yeah, the Radiant Courier actually went down, and was that to the...
was it 2 wolves
I think
or something?
it was the wolves. They were at the secret shop, so I think that's Envy just killing them with wolves.
It said there was 2,300 cargo in there.
Yeah, that's...
So, the Chrysalis, I think.
Yeah, maybe. The recipe was in base.
That's
unfortunate for him.
That is unfortunate. But the builds now, EE of course seems to be going in towards the Assault Cuirass. Would be a really good item to get up, because even if the Battle Fury splash doesn't care about your armor, the splash from you to others cares about your armor, right?
Yes, yes.
So if everyone has high armor from Vlad's and AC, then the splash gets mitigated quite a lot.
Armor is still good. Like,
Armor is still good against Ember.
splash or no splash.
Yeah.
Can we check if the bottle on the Lycan is actually his? He actually bought a bottle.
Yeah.
Is he looking for some Rune of Destinies?
Maybe.
I'm not sure if it's...
That could be it. I
Well,
mean,
he
picked
doesn't
it
have
up
the
pretty
Vlad,
late,
so
right?
he needs a mono regen that you normally enjoy from the Vlads.
I mean, the Courier's dead for 140 here. He's not gonna have his Daedalus.
Yeah.
He should have had the Chrysalis in his
Forget
stash.
about the surprise Daedalus, man.
No Daedalus. Oh, was that a BKB? No, it wasn't. Just a shiny.
They're gonna actually go for the range grab. Is it even worth the risk of commitment here?
Not for MVP, but C9, yeah, taking range tracks is pretty low effort. But I think MVP, considering they don't have the Daedalus, are pretty happy with just the pressure being down here. And
They're wasting their time until they can get Roche, do you think? They're just like dragging back, quickly go get Roche. It must be spawning soon, something like that.
well, not sure. It's more like saying, hey, can we actually get a free Rax? And then like, okay, nope, then we run away.
off, yeah.
They don't want the clash, they just want to ask for Rax, you know. It's a bluff.
If Cloud9 pushes now, they'll eat some double damage Sleight of Fist, and
Yeah.
that's a tough one to swallow.
Yeah, and the double damage can make a big play. They do know about it, of course, that he has it, because he's revealing it on the lane, and they're trying to find...
I'm not sure if they know. They're trying to gank him. They could just both die. No,
Oh, he has a spirit on the mid lane. I was trying to see on the minimap where it was, even on this massive screen. A bit hard.
The little picture-in-picture makes it like watching a stream.
That's true. That's true. It's
Why doesn't he ever
MVP
look at Twitch
stream.
chat? Look at Twitch chat.
The personal stream while playing DreamLeague. So MVP are leaving their base a little bit to try and find farm, find space, and credit to them for it, because they have the top farmer in Ember, but they're still behind in terms of pressure, losing 1 Rax and, you know, C9 being pretty strong in team fights.
I think they're winning the game. If they get about 5 to 7 more minutes of this where they don't get pressured, look at the item that's going to finish. Ogre Magi is going to have Aghanims.
Yeah.
TIE Hunter is going to get the second Ravage.
Yeah.
I imagine Ember's going to get a second damage item.
Yeah.
And that's...
Lycan just bought Basher as well. So the build is not going to be Assault Cuirass from him. Did the Brewmaster actually go for the Assault Cuirass, and this is just a value plate mail? Okay, that's going to be, you know, a value plate mail, I reckon. I don't think he's going to finish up a Shivas on Lycan.
Right, and this is my point, right? You have MVP looking for the big items.
Yeah.
And Cloud9 is building like the small value piece items that will
Like,
fall
what do we
off.
need for right now?
Right, it's going to fall off in about 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So if this game don't get a decisive win for Cloud9, they're going to lose this game.
Yeah, and give QO one more big item, and he's going to be very happy to take
I mean, he's got 3,600 gold. If he wants to go for the YOLO big item, he can.
And this is MVP playing, you know, they have scrimmed and played a lot against the Chinese teams, Newbie and the like Vici Game, right? And they are really good at playing Ember. I think that's where MVP have picked up this style of play, because the base defense is really where you excel when you have a strong Ember.
Because you don't need to leave the base. You could just Sleight of Fist and...
Exactly,
stay
like you're not putting yourself in harm's way, because you're similar to a Kunkka in a way. Just Sleight of Fisting and then you're very back. Yeah, it's like Kunkka blinking in and with X-Mark on himself. Yeah, exactly.
God, I love that. Not that I love this concept.
A little bit sad we haven't seen Kunkka played a single game.
Yeah, he's a fun hero.
Maybe we get some Kunkka now that
Sing Sing
Reno is here.
Yeah, Sing Sing.
They might be drafting it in one of their games, but
Since he's playing off lane, so I don't know.
Well, they switch up lanes every now and then, though. So C9 has kind of willingly taken this game to a slower approach. I think it's all about getting Fadas Assault Cuirass and waiting for next Roche. But MVP, they're here.
Basher on slot now.
Okay, they got scouted by the wolf.
Yeah.
Is there a gem on the...
Roche spawn.
Just in time.
Okay, both team knows.
Yeah,
Immediate finishing buying that AC, and here we go. This is gonna be a fight.
Yeah, this is it.
This is
Great fight of our time.
Oh, this is really key for both teams. I think taking a fight in the Roche pit is dangerous.
Running away from the Roche pit. He's like, no fight, no fight. I'm gonna push top.
MVP want to get a pick first. I think that's smart. Don't really want to go straight into the pit against these heroes. Jakiro obviously can do tons of work against you there. Look at Forev. He has the night vision, just scouting around. They want to get him now. Oh, C9 are pinging on Q. They want to
This is such a tense moment in the game.
Yeah.
Oh, Kyo's gonna TP out. He needs. Oh, it gets his tank to cancel. I don't think they can kill him. He has a spirit up there. The crits are real. It's gonna go into Roshan pit and he bash. Roche! Get out of my home! Forev is gonna have to fight, but he gets annihilated by the right clicks. He buys back Kyo, but if he dies here, it could be bad. Ravage number 1. Is there a second one? There is none. The split barely comes out. They're gonna focus on Kyo, down to about half health. They cannot do enough damage. Envy's dropping fast. I think he's gonna be dead here. Does he have buyback?
To dieback.
That's a second death. Alright, do you just give up the Roche and just charge down and push? Actually, is Cloud9 even winning this fight?
Still trying to fight though. I mean, 3 are dead from C9.
Forev's gonna dive in forever. No, there's the gun.
Alright.
Fuels. I think Panther lives here. And the Fisher just to break it up.
The first Lark maybe getting a jump in again with his Blink, but he's so low HP. He wants to regen up first.
God, that was crazy.
Yeah, Roshan getting the clutch bash there. He's like, what are you doing here, son? Get out.
That was a backhand and then a front hand.
That
Backhand
really
obviously
was.
bashes, you know. Well, they hold for now. Cloud9 losing a couple of their key heroes.
So, how sad are you if you're QO in that moment? You jump away, then you're like, oh god, where did I throw my spirits?
Right.
The wrong place.
Oh, so cold. Roche, please.
Oh, they can maybe they found something more. Fissure, immediate deep rock. It's like, yo, man, I got this. The Blink Echo, though. Don't get peen.
Will they?
Yeah, they should in the end. They're chasing him down.
This is actually a big death because he can finish his refresher if he wants, but he has to do it without buyback.
Oh, and that's tough. Giving away Roche here also is very, very dangerous for your racks, but you can't do much when QO is dead to a dieback.
Yeah.
Right. So MVP, they're gonna have to take this one, and C9 are more than happy to win Roshan. Big objective here for now.
I think Tide should finish it. I really do think he should finish a refresher rather
Just
than
forget buyback, YOLO it.
You've got to win the next fight. I think the double refresher would be worth it.
You know, he had like about 3 to 4K gold. He could have actually had
He still needs more gold though. Still needs a little bit more. So if C9 go right now, they can go before the timing.
Yeah.
And MSP building into a second Daedalus.
If he hadn't died back, he would have had that second Daedalus probably.
If this was League of Legends, you know how much gold they have, right? Is that how it works?
What?
You could see their gold or CS or something like
I
that?
don't care.
I don't know, man. I don't think so.
Look, man.
Never mind.
Slark OP champion.
Yeah.
Flash every
8 seconds.
Flash every 8 seconds, man.
Quote unquote from Bruno. Statsman Bruno. Mid lane. No refresher ready. Pressure is here.
Why is there a big blue ball next to the other
Look
tank?
at the size of that thing.
Did they link it?
I
I don't know what's going on. It looked Lincoln's.
It did.
It did look Lincoln's to me. I have no clue actually.
Lincoln's on Spirit.
Maybe it's just a C9 blue.
Just in case.
This is a very smart play from Kyo. He split push, don't get caught, gets all the pressure back.
I mean, obviously you can't target the spirit with spells anyway, so.
He's doing, obviously. Oh, he's doing the split push on the other side of the map from Roshan.
And they're gonna come back and
far away
smoke
from Roshan. I don't blame him.
This is a good smoke. Silencer pressured pretty far.
Does he have refresher? Can we check?
No, I don't think so. Does he?
I mean, he could have YOLO'd it. No, he
no,
doesn't.
he can't.
He has enough gold. Oh,
He
no.
doesn't. He doesn't.
He's short a little bit, short a little bit.
He's short.
Vata has BKB. This is going to be a tough target to kill.
Yeah.
With Aegis.
They're trying to find Dab Stark in the front line.
He's got Yules. He's fairly tanky. Dodges the Mystic Flare. I think he's just leave value here.
Yeah.
They're killing him with just Forev and a little bit of help.
Gem down.
Oh, the gem. They see it right as the... But Stark already holding one. Thank God I have one already.
Well, if he forces out BKB, that's a pretty big win.
Oh God.
Have the show find Pylite die. I hope he gets buyback.
Fada is man fighting really hard. He just punches us.
I don't think they can hear it.
No, he's way too ham.
We're gonna focus on Heen. Look at his health drop, Jesus.
All the damage being dealt there.
Wolves.
C9 just showing that you can't walk up and clash with them. You have to play the one hit, one wonder, you know.
Does Ember still have buyback? Because it's been a... He's just bought back and not
No,
too
he doesn't.
longer.
I mean, he's dead with the dieback. Oh, not with the dieback, right?
Yeah.
For a long time.
Yeah, this is where... we gotta keep in mind that first Rax was taken, what, 20 minutes ago?
Yeah.
The game has been going on for a long time.
True. Full axe now on Ogre. That's gonna help them a little bit in next base defense, but look at that drastic turn.
The thing is, the fights now are so costly in terms of heroes lost and the damage you take. Because of the damage you take from Ember and the Ravage and Slurk and everything, it's tough for Cloud9 to win a fight and then do stuff, but they are now top.
Yeah, definitely. They want to fight and just start pushing.
Do you feel like that MVP is actually down by 10k though? It feels like this game is much closer than that.
It feels closer, but Brewmaster is the top net worth, and they have a lot of fun, really fun heroes on C9.
Alright, so and a clap. They're gonna go for him. He's gonna take a ton of health. Should've died with the ankle slap and the herb splitter. Perfect chain stun, and Envy's working on the racks. Even if he buys back, it's not gonna be quick enough. First rep, it's a grill attack, a hit and run. They get the racks. They try to get out for rep. It's gonna prevent from doing so. They're gonna focus on blow 7. They get the kill, but how much more are they gonna get? Fata still got BKB, still got the Aegis. Man, the Brawler is really just gritting on everybody. Here comes Ember on the back line. They're gonna get
him here.
Split though.
Okay, they don't get him.
They could keep chasing him here because C9 are not really trying to help them, but in the end, just gonna sit in their base. They have a lot to deal with the creeps. So Fada is really the man of the game right now.
Yeah.
I mean, he's so strong they can just punch away a Slark as a Brewmaster.
Yeah.
Some crazy crits going down, and of course the evasion helping him. Do you think QA is gonna go for the MKB instead of the Daedalus? Because I would prefer him to still, even with the evasion, go for the big crits. MKB doesn't work well off your Battle Fury, and because of that...
I think they are so far behind that your best chance of victory is that RNG crit.
Yeah.
So I think you go for...
If it was more even, or if they even were ahead, MKB would be better.
Right, so you're saying transition this either into Divine or Daedalus?
Yeah. I think Daedalus is fine. Divine is also decent.
I mean, you're down to your Raxus, right? Like, when's a better time to get...
What do you have to lose? He's gonna go for MKB, so the one that I like the least out of his options. Yeah. I don't think MKB is gonna be the big comeback item. I really would like to see it.
If you're getting Drunken Haze and you're missing out, right?
Yeah.
Maybe...
I mean, if the main guy you've got to fight is through, maybe it makes sense.
Yeah, true. I just think that it's pretty hard.
Look at this scouting. Like, there's a wolf in your base.
Yeah.
The Slark has really stopped getting, like, anything at this point. Like,
oh my god, he's so farmed 6,000 gold. He could buy a refresher if he wants to, or just buy a super basher almost, so he can kill people. Like, this Brewmaster, if he buys a super basher, he's gonna crit like a monster.
Just get damage. Yeah. I do think that there's a chance to win, though, for MVP, because they get the double Ravage.
The dream, right?
Right, and then you get a couple big crits. Reason, you know, pulls up the double multicast.
Ding, ding. Yeah.
The ding, yeah.
Who is your main focus in these fights?
It's a super basher here.
If you could kill Fata without split,
hovering around the secret shop, thinking about the Divine, maybe.
Well, here's the thing, though. Like, especially if he finishes Super Basher now and does not have buyback, and you kill Fata, you could actually maybe. Well, you could take a lane of Rax. I'm not sure if you could win a game.
Gonna take a lot of the ding though. Yeah, to bring him down. And let's see how the positioning is. I like that ward just to see, because they know the enemy's coming right here. And it'll get de-ward immediately, but still, it did its job. This last fight is the most important thing.
The Envy jumps in, but look at his health. The ding, he's dead. Does he have buyback? Does he want to buy back? The focus is now going to go on Bronze 7. The Ravage number 1, Ravage number 2 is taking all of it. He has to buy back as well. Don't count MVP out. They are making a fight. Oh, nice pick off with the fit. Oh, no. He didn't get it. He didn't get it.
Goodbye on its way out.
Yeah, he's just TPing out. That was massive win there for MVP. Really impressive, and that didn't ding.
Yeah.
Look at the experience difference.
Wow.
Goal difference as well. I guess a
7K.
minus 2.2.
So
Jesus.
they got 3 kills. They forced out a buyback, and I still think they could take a tower off of this.
At this point, the most important thing is to not mess up and die, though. And they have 2 heroes in their own base, so don't go too YOLO.
Well, look at Heen. He's not exactly playing safe right now.
Heen is not listening to me. But I don't think you want to go too YOLO here. They have QO
Ember's
back,
back.
so
Yeah.
now you can maybe take this tower at least. And this is a great spot suddenly for MVP from being
Dire's middle
down 2
tower
racks
is
and
under
everything
attack.
looking
Yeah.
grim. Still down 2 racks,
If
but
hadn't died back, and
yeah.
This would be a different game.
I think it really
Dire's
would. I mean,
structures
C9 has done
fortified.
really well to not let him just fall out of
is under
control.
attack.
They're back in the same spot now, though.
Yeah, they are.
The same spot as
Dire's
before he
middle tower
diebacked,
has fallen.
I would say.
Yeah.
Maybe even a better, because now later and later, Ember does really transition well into late game.
And they have, what, 2 gems now?
Yeah, they
Have one on slot?
I've
Just
lost
tied?
track of
Oh,
gems.
okay.
There's been
Just
so
slot
many.
has one?
Yeah.
Scott.
There's a gem on Ogre, at
Ogre
least.
and slot? Okay, slot.
I think they maybe
oh, they
just
gave
scored
one.
one. And C9 does have one on.
I guess that one got re-picked up again.
Could be.
Any thoughts
Thank you,
on
Whippers.
Hex versus Super Basher as a item for Fata? I mean, sure, the Super Basher allows you to crit much harder, but
Hex
the
is
ability,
long range?
yeah, long range Hex to disable the Ember Spirit, because at a very disadvantaged position like this for MVP, there's a high chance that Ember cannot save for buyback or is not saving for buyback, where you get the initiation, where you get the pick off and you win. Now, obviously, he's saving for one, but if the wolf is at your door, he might just like, all right, I need to get an item now.
Yeah, true.
And you get Hex him and you win the game. So, do you think the Super Basher is better?
I think Super Basher is probably better because you transition so well with your damage output as a Brewmaster. Like, even right now, he's just hitting so very hard.
Okay.
And blinking in, Super Bashing someone is not that much harder than blinking in and hexing.
And just to
But-
be clear, for anybody
yeah.
wondering, Super Basher isn't this one.
Yes, it is very widely known as the Super Basher.
Right. For
no
I've
obvious
never
reason.
heard it called that.
You know,
Until this.
Yeah, actually, same thing.
Among all pro players, it's very, very common to call
Guess
it
what
Super
bracket
Basher.
I fall into?
Yeah.
Not pro.
I used to
6K
call
MMR,
it,
we call it Super Basher.
Super Bash, okay.
For no obvious reason. I mean, it's not faster
Well,
to say it.
Yeah.
It's just cooler.
I used to actually call it the Abysmal Blade. Because I
The
was like,
useless little blade.
yeah, I was like, not too good, but it's definitely has its place as one of the best late game option items.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And one of the most recent late game items as well, in terms of being added to Dota.
So did it just used to end at Basher?
Yeah.
And they said, hey,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
can make this
Yeah,
do this?
it's a fairly recent item.
Basher used to be kind of a joke pubbish item,
Yeah.
because, you know,
Luck.
Because it
mate.
didn't transition super well into late game because,
Yeah.
well, Bash was good. Mid, Slark, are you going to get caught out here?
here comes that Hex.
Oh,
Dark
Hex.
Hex.
Fast Dark
Wow.
Hex.
That land ping, the Korean land ping. Don't mess.
The Korean lamping,
Used to play with
Dire's
250
bottom
bit
tower
God
is
finger.
under attack.
Sure.
right?
QO doing Ember stuff. I think whoever loses, like if QO dies or if Brew dies, that could really decide this game.
Ooh, bottom walks in the pit, but
Dire's bottom tower
the Ember
has fallen.
gives you a little bit of...
They know where he jumps
Dire's
though,
bottom tower is under
but he has
attack.
one more. Okay.
Ooh, BKB was forced out here on Envy, and he's just giving chase. He says, I got him, but he does not.
Dire's
Yeah.
bottom tower.
Okay, I can't. That's gonna hit Forevis right in there, but unfortunately, Bone 7 in a lot of trouble. He's got the mech for himself if he wants to pop it, and it looks like he
He's
has
a
to.
big target. I mean,
Yeah,
he's
he
one of
is.
the biggest cores right now for C9. And he will go down here.
Actually, he sold his mech. All the crits are real right now,
God, it's
and
bad.
he's out of spirits.
Jesus.
Meanwhile, Forev, he's activating his BKB, but he really can't do damage that quickly.
Brewmaster just
Actually-
coming in like, I'm the carry pro.
When he splits, he loses so much damage. I'm not sure if the split is good.
Suddenly not that impressive. But the control, right?
Yeah, the control is there, and now back in the fight is...
Damage is gone.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
And the buyback and the BOT, somebody kill that creep. Nobody kills it. And right now,
Burst
Fata
here.
has to blink away. There is no buyback.
God.
Peely D gets blown up.
Highlight cry.
Wow.
Yeah, okay. This Roshan is impossible to contest almost for C9.
Check buyback, please.
They have no buyback on Lycan, that's why. And no buyback on Jakiro either.
This is a dead Roche. This is the revenge kill that QO wants to get on this Roche.
Yeah, wow, this
Thanks
is
for
so
rocking
good.
me earlier, bro.
Getting that
big
Aegis.
brother.
Is this cheese as well?
This is cheese. And this Aegis is gonna be so good for the Ember Spirit. He's dropping 2 items.
He's gonna get both.
Yeah.
Wait, is he gonna get it?
Well, Roshan is pretty dangerous,
Oh yeah,
right?
Roshan's fighting back?
He is, because the Elder Titan came in.
Yeah, Elder Titan removing his own armor, so he had 2 armor
Help
there.
me. This is unfair.
We gotta take both.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we're talking.
That's
3
big.
lives.
He knows, he's the most important hero. I mean, Slark is doing amazing without getting any of these things.
I think QO just knows he's going to have to stand in there and do damage at some point. So having the Aegis and the cheese means he can get some more off, right?
Yeah.
What an exciting game this turned into be into after C9 having a pretty convincing lead in the beginning. There's that super basher on Brewmaster. And he does have buyback gold as well.
Oh, I think they stole out the smoke.
Oh.
For F, Blink X, Dark Pass on cooldown. Jesus.
He dead this time.
God.
Does he have buyback?
Oh, he doesn't. No buyback available.
100 seconds.
Okay, he will have it. He will have it. 78 gold. It's ticking. It's ticking.
They're on the clock.
That gold farm, though, it's like playing some pig farm, you know? You got
Envy
that
saying,
gold.
can we go? Can we go?
Yeah, that's the question, but, you know, slowly it's ticking. Slowly it's ticking. They're walking down, though, and you can see how important the Jakiro is for these pickups.
Yes.
He's always the one to go in first with the Hex.
Yeah.
Do you think he should have sold the mech? I guess he had to maybe to finish a hex
Probably
before
it was
deciding
for
fight
a
or
key
something.
item, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably, and, you know, it's very hard to react to a Blink Hex.
Yeah.
Even as a Slark. That he even Dark Factor it once. I'm amazed that he did it. Might have been to farm, I didn't even see.
Let's just say that he got fingered.
Yeah, God fingered that one.
QO is going up.
It's pressuring. This is a very important tier 3 if you get it, because it's a racks that Cloud9 doesn't have when the course
My
money.
back is up now, but of course doesn't want to have to use it.
Oh boy.
Does Fada see him?
No, he has not seen him. He just knows that room. Oh,
You know, they have enough stun to kill him 2-3 times.
they do. Yes.
If QO is not jumping around.
Seven.
That's an aggressive jump. No hex just yet.
Oh, this is dangerous.
They know
This
where
is
he is.
risky.
Here comes a Fata train. Heals. Spam that hex. Spam that hex. He's stuck in there. They have the hex right up. The crit. All right. The Abyssos's here, right?
He has a
the
spirit
God
to jump
fingers.
out
The
to.
God fingers.
God finger this.
Oh,
Okay.
can't do that.
Oh my
Fan
god.
And he doesn't have buyback.
He's dead for a
Oh
minute and a
no!
half.
Look at his face.
Yeah,
It's so sad.
He knows that's the jig is up. A minute and a half. Goodness
Yeah.
me.
Goodness.
Oh dearie me. Oh, he looks gutted.
Yeah. He knows. He done goofed.
Yeah, he done goofed all right.
I
Look
mean,
at this game.
I think he was forced to play in that kind of position, right? You can't just stay in base and defend. You have to go out and split push.
Not sure about pushing right outside the enemy tier 3
Knowing there's Blink Abysso and Blink Hex.
Yes.
That's true. But, you know,
though. I guess he's not
pressure of the
afraid.
situation. They've been playing like this for like good 40 minutes.
Yeah.
It's high pressure situation. Here we go. Cloud9 wants to put this game away. It's
Really
throw time. Ravage gets one. It's gonna get Fata though. Okay, so does he have buyback? No
That's a good
buyback.
fight.
He needs to find a creep to BOT and they get Pylight Die as well. He also buys back. The Wolf is running amok in the base but not really killing anything. They need the carry panda. Where's the carry panda? It's the 1-by-1 by Cloud9 and they
no,
just
they're not
can't
TP.
do anything. 29 seconds till Ember is back.
Travels. Yeah, no travels. They're just walking
So
down.
all of these buyback actually done nothing.
March with a triple kill.
And
Oh my
Ember's gonna
god.
be back.
Look at Brewmaster. He sold his boots and he's 50 short of a BLT. Look at his face. That's the face of an angry Fata.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
No.
They took a winning position.
And he can't
they
even farm
blew
the
it.
He can't farm. He doesn't get gold. Oh my god. Look at that face. I love this face.
This is
Picture in
comedy
picture.
gold
Oh my
for
god.
us. Obviously one of the saddest things ever for Fada.
The face of a
And
man
QO.
looking at his shoes.
QO is like, what just happened? My team. I love you guys.
Yeah.
You
thank
held
you,
this.
team.
And Lumi, stop feeding chat. I know it's amazing.
No, I was looking at Twitch chat reaction and they are just going ham.
Yeah.
As ham as Fata just did. Oh my
His
goodness.
face was just, that was just
Yeah.
He's just looking at those boots, appalled.
Yeah.
I can't
He
be
did not
expected
order
to wear
brown
these.
boots.
These are brown boots.
Here's the thing.
It's embarrassing.
Here's the thing. Like they know there's no buyback on Cloud9, right? On what, 2 heroes? Fata, he is burstable.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got fucking exploded.
You kill him, you win the game. Is that the play you make?
Yeah.
If you're MVP, do you smoke gank Fata?
Well,
Do you think he will wander off somewhere smoke gankable?
smoke gang that brown boots boy.
I mean, this game is so like intense that you don't know what people will make mistake-wise.
Yeah.
True.
Hex is also, we just saw it pointed out by Weapons on the Elder Titan available. And Tidehunter kicked back for the Vlads, by the way, earlier on, just to get some value. I expect he's gonna get travels and maybe get one more value item. Because
I mean, I don't think they've lost a fight where they've double ravaged yet.
no, he has played amazing.
Yeah.
We said earlier how Heen has the toughest job, like dealing out good ravages against this team of C9. Just because of the position, right? The supports have long range, and
They've got control with the ice paths, the fishes, and all the rest
double
of it.
BKB cores early on, and he delivered so hard. So he
The pressure BKB.
the pressure is going down on everyone. I love the instant cameras. Just like, what did you do, son?
Okay, production value. I'm still waiting for the dramatic zoom in. Like I gotta see his eyes. You know, like
The StarCraft eye zoom. Yeah. Okay. Not impressed until I see only eyes.
Yeah, only eyes. Man.
I think the cameraman's AFK.
Yeah.
Cameraman also watching game. This is intense.
Yeah. The camera operators are like, nah, we want to see what's going down, yo. Need to see how this is ending. So somehow this game, MVP,
Somehow it's an hour long. Ember is 4-7-12.
Look at this goal graph.
Oh my god. 57 minutes, dead even.
Okay, so if you're Cloud9, you're arguably in a winning position, right?
Yeah.
You're up to your Raxus. Do you just be like, all right, we just kind of wasted our buyback. Let's wait like 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Or do you say, you know, 6 minute means Ember a bigger item?
Well, you can't wait that long. I mean,
I think that they know
shoot.
MVP has
Look at
to
MVP
push out,
buyback
right?
status. They could win this game.
oh,
How many BLTs do they have? Can we get a quick F5? Do they have 5 BLTs?
Oh, they don't. They have
Okay,
one.
they got 1. All right.
Yeah, okay.
I'm getting too excited.
Calm
right
down.
now.
Calm down.
The fake hype Lumi.
We're 1 hour in, Lumi, not 2 hours. So this is a pretty obvious smoke, but they have Ember clearing a little bit, so maybe they can get something.
Oh, the wolves?
I think he might find something.
Okay, they punch. Self-heals? He dead.
He dead.
Yeah, he did too quick.
And,
81.
no buyback available.
Here's the
on,
thing though, like
Kiro.
MVP does not know that. They can't just risk push high ground without, or maybe they'll do it anyways.
They could. They have buybacks themselves.
Yeah, I think that they could approach, you know when you force out the buybacks?
Yeah.
They could tease one out, and if
I'm
it
gonna
doesn't
hit you
come,
till you buy back.
Yeah, if it doesn't come, then they know they can get back.
Yeah, but they're gonna sit back a little bit and take it calm because they know they're close to finishing up one big item as well. And even just killing one and taking over the map and farming right now is okay, right?
Yeah.
Because that kind of secures you're not gonna die. Tidehunter feeling safe farming top lane. Of course, QO feeling pretty safe farming right outside his base. What are C9 trying to do here?
I think they wait for Jakiro to be back and go for a smoke gank before Roche. Can we check smoke status on both teams? Like how many they have left?
I mean, here's a question. How many of their heroes are literally just farming for buyback? Like, basically all of them. Like, what other items is C9 waiting on?
Well, MVP all have buyback, so maybe they're looking for hexes and stuff. I hear MVP saying go, 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 go. They're BOTing on the bottom. What's going on the bottom? They're going, they gotta pick. Oh, that's Ember. That's big.
He does have buyback now, but that's a really good pick.
I mean, putting on cooldown is huge.
Yeah, they need to back up here. MVP need to change their mind. They can't keep going here since they lost QO.
How'd they pick him off again? It was those mega crits from the bed, dude.
Okay, mash out to Weapons right now, because I'm asking him check like smokes and there's like ganks all over the place. Hard game to observe.
Yeah, don't hate on the miss there. And
I think he died super quick as well.
Yeah, he did get burst.
I mean, anything that gets Hex or Abyssal or Stun is straight up dead. Instantaneously. Blink Abyssal coming out from Lycan.
Yeah.
This is real life right now.
This is Envy builds. Typical Envy. It is pretty good though, because he can rush in with a multiform, blink in, and just, you know, Hex someone.
You know, as scary as Cloud9's initiation is, if MVP gets to pick up their own initiation items, like a Hex on somebody, and they definitely have to go for it, because they're not doing it because they're saving for buyback now, but they can just, you know what, forgo buyback and buy some big items. For now, it's going to be Cloud9 going on Roche. And the 2 racks advantage is really allowing them to do this.
Or Roshan. And I don't think that MVP are going to do anything about this with QO dead. They don't, even if they knew about this, they don't want to go there. How are they really going to get there with buyback forced on QO, of course?
What did he drop? Did he drop a Vlad?
Yeah. Vladimir is down.
Roshan has fallen to the
Aegis onto Brewmaster, Cheese onto Lycan.
I think they go for it now.
Yeah, this is going to be tough to fight into.
It's 10 lives. Can they actually win this go?
Yeah, but they have a lot of buybacks on the side of MVP as well, so this is going to be the massive
I think this is the losing push if you push for it. Do they have 5 buybacks themselves?
You think so?
Well, they have. Yeah, they do. They do. They will have it.
The only ones, well, everyone has buyback right now. Even ES, his timing is coming up.
Yeah,
so 10 buybacks, over 1 hour in. Ember just bought something to deny his own buyback, but that's an ultimate orb.
I think that's a Lincoln's.
Ember still has cheese.
That's a Lincoln.
That has to be a Lincoln's, right?
Almost definitely, yeah. And that's a fair choice. Again, something that a lot of the Chinese teams value highly on Ember in late game.
It might just buy him enough time to get the cheese off, right?
Yeah,
or side a fist to destroy. This courier is doing God's work right now. Like,
this is some behind enemy line stuff.
Oh, big item flying out.
Lycan pick off.
What? He died.
Lycan pick off.
He died on
Again,
bottom.
the
Bucha
Blink
travel,
Abyssal.
Blink Abyssal. I imagine that's what's happening. But top lane, they're gonna go for a pick off themselves.
He just bought that item.
Oh no! He
buyback
went
is not
for
fair.
Hex. He didn't went for Lincoln. So Ravage gonna come out. Gold 7's gonna get focused.
No, he did not actually go for X. He just lost gold then.
He lost gold. Okay. That wasn't his missing
Pay
plan.
attention to me.
All right, Envy's gonna go for the back door here. He'll blink away. BKB forced.
Goes down.
Meanwhile,
Yeah, Ogre went down. Shakira buyback. He still has Ravage. He can refresh. And they're pushing top.
oh man, they're getting ratted.
To get ratted. Yeah,
They're getting ratted all over the place right now. Pylai die, he's giving up the life, but right now I'm sure Envy's hitting the base. Fata's getting focused. Envy, come on, hit that building. He's afraid of the Ogre. Ogre's gonna give him the ding as well. Here comes Forev. They're gonna focus him down. Envy, can he run away? He's trying to shapeshift. And here comes the rest of Team Forev is in trouble. Oh, the Ravage comes out. He jumps away, but the burning fire is draining him down as well. Envy's running amok in the base. And right now they do burn down the Aegis. I believe that was on the Panda. Forev, after healing, he's coming back in. Both 7's dropping low. I think he bought back already. The Hex is there. Forev is dead. Qo bites back. He needs to get some huge crits. And also top lane is already down. One more Rax. He's going in right now. One crit. He gets some. He needs to get more. He needs to get everybody. The last Panda's alive. The last Panda's trying to walk. Don't hit me. I'm extinct soon. Let me run, man. Let me run. No crits. He can't slide, right? Does the target? Does the target? No. He's waiting. Oh, the casual stun. The Batman is stunned. He's out of there.
Yeah.
Oh my god. What about the last Rax? What about the last Rax?
Last Rax is alive, but it is a range Rax at full HP. And there are buybacks available.
Buyback check, please.
Yeah. Buybacks, not on Yukiro, but ES, of course, respawning now. Lycan does have buyback. And Skywrath does not have any buyback as well.
Holy moly.
This is
game.
pretty intense.
This is a great game to end the day on, right?
That one mistake, though, by QO, buying an item right there.
Oh,
yeah.
Just before the
just
big
the
fight.
ultimate orb. Because he would much rather have the buyback available than having that 10 stats.
I thought he had enough.
Yeah.
Okay, there's that Hex. So he don't need to blow Ravage just for solo kill.
I guess the good part is he probably still has the cheese on QO, right? Because he never gets a chance to use it. Like, he's just saving it.
Yeah, he's like,
right?
one day I will
Maybe
eat
cheese
this
is not good.
it.
Cheese is just not good for him, right?
No, doesn't actually do that much. Maybe better for Slark, but Slark is also... Does he want to drop evasion for it?
No. What do you drop?
Maybe you drop boots in the base.
No.
You cray.
You
got blink. You got flash every 8 seconds, man.
You drop talisman if anything, but does he actually want to do it?
Probably not.
Oh.
Sell cheese for 500 gold, man.
Sell it for gold.
If you're short for a buyback.
Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna go for a big play. Oh, they want to jump in, but in fact, it's Bata jumping in. Oh, the Abyssal's here. Can you focus him down to force that? Oh, the fish again team before you Ravage. He almost there for 100 seconds, and Cloud9 has all the room in the world to do what they need to do. Heen is running away. He has buyback, but I'm not sure how much that matters. Reason's on the run as well, and he can't run away from the multiple Blink Dagger. Cloud9's doing it. They're gonna get a full 5-man wipe, and GG will play call.
GG gets called after a long game, 65 minutes, 40 seconds. C9 finally close out this game. That was some really clutch late game play there though. And a lot of credit to MVP for holding on that strong, because a lot of people would probably count them dead sooner.
I counted out with the 20-minute racks. I thought the game was over already then.
Playing a 65-minute game against the 20-minute racks is very rare.
How pricey